Well, we are doing better when it comes to the number of women serving in peacekeeping, and our number or the proportion of women has been constantly improving. Now, there are a couple of issues on which we need to do more work. One of them is that we would want to have more senior female officers for senior positions, such as force commander, deputy force commanders. Now, not many armed forces have many women at this kind of level. It's a very gradual process. And India is doing a lot to achieve that, and also provide us with more female officers. We have to look at how we make the peacekeeping environment welcoming for women and for men, basically, and that has to do with practical issues such as the facilities. There's a lot of effort made to improve the quality of our camps and its suitability for women as well as for men. And there is also a psychological dimension, rather how to make sure that all the peacekeepers, men and women, do their best to make the work environment of peacekeeping welcoming to all, and certainly to female peacekeepers. We are working on this, but I think it's also a shared responsibility that we have with troop and police contributing countries. Right. Well, first of all, the majority of the peacekeepers that we have deployed are coming from the global south, and India is one of the biggest troop contributing countries. And I believe that their role is critically important, and not only in terms of their contribution in numbers, but as far as India is concerned, we very much look to India with its specific capacities to help us in terms of all the efforts that are currently being carried out to improve peacekeeping, to improve safety and security, to improve how we use digital technology. Of course, when it comes to improving the number of women in peacekeeping, improving how performance assessment is being carried out and all this. I think there's a wealth of experience in countries like India, which we really want to take advantage of, through collective work, so that we keep adapting peacekeeping, because there are so many challenges. We need to work with the purpose of making sure that tomorrow peacekeeping operation will continue to be relevant. But that is a critical objective, and that is a reason why we have launched what we call the strategy for the digital transformation of peacekeeping, with a number of key priorities having to do with how, through digital technology, we improve situational awareness, we improve safety and security of our peacekeepers, and also we counter mis and disinformation, which are currently weaponized in many peacekeeping settings. But there is a lot of work to do to achieve those objectives, and one important objective, or in ways a prerequisite, is we have to elevate the level of digital literacy amongst our staff. And that will require a lot of work in terms of training, in terms of elevating this level of preparedness. And we cannot do that alone as the UN Secretariat. We need to work with partners. India has very strong capacities in that field, and I've shared with my interlocutors in India how important it would be to increase our collaboration on that particular topic. Well, I think the biggest challenge really is the division of our member states. It's a political challenge, because we rely on strong and united political support by our member states. And unfortunately today, that unity is less there, and that impacts peacekeeping in different ways. The existing peacekeeping mission are less cannot always count on the strong and united support from the member states, particularly from the Security Council, when they encounter challenges and difficulties, particularly with the host governments or host parties. So that's one thing. The other thing is that peacekeeping peacekeeping operations are deployed to support political efforts. But for those political efforts to succeed, we also need a united and committed, strong international community. How conflicts have evolved with more non-state actors, today private security companies, the role of drivers of conflicts such as transnational criminal activities or terrorism, the impact of climate change, all of this, and of course the negative impact of digital technology. So all of this is affecting us, and we have to adapt to what we can adapt. I mean, we cannot control the level of unity of our member states, but we have to control and we have to work on addressing all these issues having to do with the different nature of conflict today, how we can better respond to those challenges. Well, I mean, obviously, the first message is really a message of thanks and gratitude, because those peacekeepers, and including women, are operating often in a more difficult environment. I think that in most peacekeeping operations, you've seen this political and security environment deteriorate. But the second message is that we are there as UN Secretariat to support them. We work very closely with our member states. We count on them. Particularly, it was important troop and police contributing countries such as India to sort of continue the good work so that we can improve their safety and security, improve their resilience, basically improve the way or the condition in which they have to deliver on their mandates. And of course, they're welcome to provide us with their feedback and their proposals, because they have a wealth of experience. We want to take advantage of that.